Welcome back to the Alex and Dom Show. I'm Alex.
And I'm Dom.
And today we'll be your ghostly guide through the ethereal realms as we dive deep into the haunted state of Colorado.
Yes, should be very exciting.
You're from Colorado,
Yep,
Dom.
always love anything from Colorado, out of Colorado.
Cheeseman Park in Denver, Colorado has a fascinating and somewhat eerie history. Originally, the area was a cemetery known as Mount Prospect Cemetery, established in 1858. By 1873, it was renamed to the Denver City Cemetery and became the final resting place for many of Denver's early residents, including criminals, paupers, and victims of disease like smallpox.
Mhm.
In the late 19th century, the cemetery fell into disrepair, becoming an eyesore and a health hazard. In 1890, the city of Denver decided to convert the cemetery into a park. The U.S. Congress approved the plan, and the park was named after Walter Cheeseman, a Denver water baron who donated funds for the park's pavilion.
Do they move the graves first,
Let's
or do
find
they
out.
just build over it?
Let's find out. The task of relocating the bodies fell to Undertaker E.P. McGovern in 1893. He was paid per coffin, leading to a grisly situation where he used child-sized coffins for adult remains to increase his profits.
Wow, leave it up to any way to make money. They're gonna make money.
The work was done carelessly, with bones scattered around the site. This led to public outrage and McGovern eventually being fired. But many bodies were left unclaimed and still remain beneath the park.
That's sad for the families.
Yeah. In 1907, the park was completed and opened to the public, featuring a beautiful pavilion built in 1908 and designed by the famed architects Maureen and Norton. Over the years, Cheeseman Park has become a popular recreational area, but its haunted history persists, with numerous reports of ghostly apparitions, strange occurrences, attributed to the restless spirits that are still buried there.
Of course.
Today, Cheeseman Park is a picturesque urban park with open lawns, a pavilion, stunning views of the Rocky Mountains, but its past continues to intrigue and spook visitors and locals alike. Have you ever been to that park?
No, not personally. But yeah, I mean, it's anytime that you take, like a graveyard or a place where people have died, and then you disrespect it. if ghosts were real, I mean, I'd haunt it too.
Yeah, I mean,
mess with my grave, and then,
that's pretty much the plot line of the Poltergeist.
Yeah,
is they didn't move the graves; they just moved the tombstones.
Yeah, which is dumb. Our next one is the Museum of Colorado Prisons, located in Canyon City, Colorado. It's both a historical and reportedly haunted site. The museum, established in 1988, is housed in a former women's prison adjacent to the still operational Colorado Territorial Correctional Facility. This unique location offers a glimpse into over a century. I'm sorry, I believe I said 1988. It probably should be 1888. Over a century of prison history, showcasing artifacts, documents, and exhibits related to the Colorado prison system. As for the haunted aspect, the museum is said to be one of the most haunted places in Colorado. Visitors and staff have reported various paranormal activities, such as unexplained noises, cold spots, and apparitions. Some specific encounters are shadow figures, dark shadowy figures that have been seen moving in the cell blocks and other parts of the museum, disembodied voices. People have reported hearing voices and whispers when no one else is around. Cold spots, sudden and unexplained drops in temperature have been experienced, often associated with the presence of spirits. Physical sensations like tugging on the clothing, hair, little bumps here and there. And then just full-bodied apparitions of former inmates and guards that have occasionally also been reported.
Well, it's haunted.
Yeah. The haunted reputation of the museum adds to its allure, drawing both history enthusiasts and paranormal investigators. Various ghost hunting groups and television shows have featured the museum, further cementing its status as a hotspot for paranormal activity.
Wow.
Yep.
So just the museum was opened in 1988, but it was 100 years of history.
Yes. Sorry, from the prison, it became a museum in 1988. Yeah. Sorry, I was poorly explained. Sorry.
And so it's probably one of the most haunted places in Colorado, according to Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures, which you know how reliable his is. Hotel Jerome, located in Aspen, Colorado, is renowned not only for its luxury accommodations, but also for its haunted history. Built in 1889 during the silver mining boom, The hotel has been a landmark of elegance and opulence in the region. Notable hauntings include the ghost of Room 310. The most famous ghost story associated with Hotel Jerome involves Room 310. Legend has it that a young boy drowned in the hotel's pool in the 19th or early 20th century. Since then, ghosts have reported seeing a young boy in Victorian era clothing, often leaving wet footprints in the hallways or mysteriously appearing in room 310.
Hmm.
It's always Victorian.
Yeah.
Always Victorian
I
age.
know. Why is it like that?
I don't know. I swear it's Scooby Doo. This has to be. Or that's when the ghost stories started being told, like written in books and stuff.
Is during Victorian
Yeah,
time, maybe?
Victorian ages. That's when they started being written down, I guess. The spirit of Katie Kerrigan. Another ghostly tale features Katie Kerrigan, a former maid who worked at the hotel in the late 19th century. Katie, reportedly treated poorly and was dismissed after contracting tuberculosis, is said to haunt the hallways, tidying up and occasionally moving objects. Ghosts have recounted seeing a ghostly figure in an old fashioned maid's uniform.
That's messed up. They sit there and they treat her like crap, and then they fire her after she gets tuberculosis, which she can't help. And then when she dies, she has to come back and haunt the place doing the job that she got fired from in the first place.
Maybe that was her true calling.
I guess.
Paranormal activities include cold spots and unexplained noises. Ghosts and staff have frequently reported sudden drops in temperatures, particularly in specific areas of the hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and unexplained noises such as footsteps, whispers, and knocking. Apparitions and shadows is another paranormal activity. Sightings of shadowy figures, apparitions, and fleeting glimpses of ghosts are common. Some guests have woken up to find ghostly figures at the foot of their beds or passing through their rooms.
I wonder how much of those types of situations are just people like
Sleep paralysis.
not completely shaking off like a dream or something like that. You know, like I've there's been situations where I've been like I've woken up and like I'm still asleep. I'm up in bed, like I'm sitting up, but I'm seeing things that aren't there because I'm still like in a half dream state. You know?
You don't realize you're.
So I wonder how many like hauntings or whatever is just those types of situations backed by the legends of the place that you're
probably
staying at or whatever.
But electrical disturbances, lights flickering, appliances turning on and off by themselves, and other electronic malfunctions have also been attributed to the hotel's spectral residents. Or it was built in over 100 years ago and it just has poor wiring.
Bad wiring.
Historical significance, architecture and design. The hotel retains much of the original architecture and design, including Victorian era furnishings, which adds to its historic charm and eerie atmosphere that seems to attract the ghostly presence. Which is why most people see people in Victorian era outfits, because if the entire design is Victorian, of course, like, oh, I saw a ghost. What were they wearing? Victorian stuff?
Yeah.
Like, like really? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I had a thought and I can't remember what it was anymore. Go ahead.
Celebrity guests over the years. Hotel Jerome has hosted numerous celebrities, from movie stars to politicians, all drawn by its luxurious amenities and rich history.
Mm-hmm.
Hotel Jerome remains a popular destination for those interested in both luxury and the paranormal. The combination of its historic elegance and ghostly legends continues to fascinate and attract visitors from around the world.
Very nice. Yeah, Colorado has a thing with hotels.
Yeah,
Stanley Hotel.
Yeah, and now Hotel Jerome.
2 more hotels to add to our list here.
Yeah.
Next up is the Central City Masonic Cemetery, located in Central City, Colorado. It is known for its historic significance and reputed paranormal activity. Established in the 1860s during the Gold Rush era, the cemetery holds the remains of many early settlers and notable figures of the region. Central City was a booming mining town in the 19th century, and the cemetery reflects the town's rich history. Many of the graves belonged to Freemasons, hence the name. The Freemasons also are a big deal behind the legends of Denver Airport, too.
Yeah.
So the headstones and markers often tell tales of the hardships faced by the early pioneers, including miners and their families. The Central City Masonic Cemetery is reputed to be one of the most haunted places in Colorado. Visitors and paranormal enthusiasts report various supernatural phenomena, including ghost sightings, one of the most famous apparitions being that of a woman in black, often referred to as the Lady in Black, which is a opposite of what we normally see.
Yeah.
She is said to visit the grave of John Edward Cameron annually, leaving fresh flowers despite the grave being largely neglected by others. So whoever that guy was meant something to the
Yeah,
lady in
is she
black.
a lover or is she just a
I don't know.
ghostly gardener from?
Yeah. Some mysterious sounds. Many visitors have reported hearing unexplained footsteps, whispers, and other eerie noises, especially at night, of course.
Mhm.
The usual cold spot and sensations. But the lady in black is particularly intriguing because, according to legend, John Edward Cameron died in 1885, and since then, that mysterious woman dressed in black has been seen visiting his grave every April 5th,
Wow.
which is pretty cool. Despite various attempts to identify her, she remains an enigma, adding to the cemetery's mystique. So that's pretty neat.
That is neat.
So
It's
if you
giving me
visit,
chills a little bit.
yeah, so if you visit the cemetery today, it attracts not only historians and genealogists, but also those that are interested in paranormal activity too. It can be visited during daylight hours. Many ghost tours also operate in the area, so we can actually do a ghost tour, which would be
Yeah.
cool. Which offers a chance to explore the cemetery at night and hear more about its haunted history. Overall, the Central City Masonic Cemetery stands as a testament to the region's past, while its ghost stories adding a layer of intrigue and mystery to the historical significance of the place.
So those were a few ghost stories and haunted places of Colorado. Thank you for going on this journey with us. And if you guys want to visit these places, like,
We would love to hear any kind of
yeah,
experiences for firsthand. Anybody who's gone to any of these locations or seen anything from any of the stuff that we talked about would be really cool to hear.
and also just the fact that we we can't get out there right now, but eventually we're going to visit most of these places.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
But just to hear real accounts instead of like the stories that like are on one website or the other.
Yeah,
Like those can just be literally made up.
I want to go to I want to see I want to hear the local legends. Like you can read anything on the internet,
Yeah,
like people could just make up a story and put it on the internet and call it an urban legend. I want to go to a place where people have passed down like the same legend from generation to generation, and there's like a reason behind it, like a whole story behind it.
yeah.
I want to
Well,
talk to people like
that's
that.
going to be difficult
I
because
know,
the
but
internet exists everywhere now.
still, it'd be that'd be cool.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Alex and Dom Show.